All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to make a dedicated video talking about Schedule 1. Now, Schedule 1 is a video game that has taken the world by storm. It is insane just how good this indie developed video game is. And when I talk about indie developed video game, I'm talking about a game that was made pretty much by one person only. It's an absolute insane story that's very inspirational for anybody who is in the gaming space. Schedule 1 continues to soar, as not only is there multiple patches released for this video game, but it has held the #1 top seller spot for almost an entire week on Steam. Now, me personally, I have a lot of people that are on my friends list that are playing this game like crazy. Every time I look at my friends list, it's Schedule 1 nonstop everywhere, and it's fantastic. I honestly cannot wait to try out this game. This game has already been gifted to me, and I will be doing a full review on Griffcast on my secondary channel, Hypnotic Live. So if you want to see all of my live video game reviews, consider going to subscribe to that channel. It's in the link below in my link tree. But Schedule 1 continues to soar. The 5th patch is officially released, and this video, we're going to talk about the overall success of the game, and we're also going to compare it to some of these other let's just say, not doing so well video games. So let's get into this article, guys, from Insider Gaming. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, Schedule 1 is on its 5th patch, and keep in mind, this is from a person who is pretty much solely developing this game. The most sensational indie hit of 2025 is one that nobody saw coming. It's called Schedule 1, and as the blurb goes, it sees players go from small-time dope pusher to kingpin by making and selling all kinds of drugs. It's bizarre, and it was pieced together almost entirely by a single developer over 3 years and is turning heads worldwide. All right, so let's look at the numbers and have a little bit of a comparison here. So Schedule 1, okay, is at about a 96% positive ratio on Steam, which is amazing, by the way. Congratulations to them, with 321,522 people playing right now, with a 24-hour peak of 339,772, so not too much of a drop-off from the all-time peak of 414,166 percentage-wise, right? If you look at the max here, this game was going up and up and up and up and up and up and up until eventually around March 30th of 2025, it hit its all-time peak, and now it's slowly but surely going down, 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 and eventually it's going to probably stagnate out at about 100,000 people playing. But again, this is the kind of game that keeps you playing for a long time, and apparently a lot of people are saying it's a very addictive game. Now, if you look at some of these stats here, I think there are some stats that are more insane to go over. Number one, obviously the estimated sales. It has anywhere between 1 to 2.5 million units sold, which is an absolutely astronomically disgusting number when you think about the fact that this game was made by, for the most part, one person. If you take the $19.99 price, which I believe it still is, $19.99 price, right? Take that number and times that by 1 to 2 million sales, and you're going to have an idea of just how much money this game made. And I got to be honest with you, it made more money than Assassin's Creed Shadows on PC. How sad is that? An indie developed video game at a cheaper price of $20 has made probably more money than Assassin's Creed Shadows did at full price AAA. It is absolutely disgusting. Look at this. Let's go to the max for Assassin's Creed Shadows. You can clearly see the interest went up and up and up on the weekend, and then after the weekend, it's pretty much dropped off with a small little hit on the next weekend, and now it's even lower than it ever was. The game is getting absolutely cooked, and it's projected to go even lower on today, April 1st. If you look at their numbers, they're estimated to sell anywhere between 400 and 500,000 copies on Steam, which is pretty much where I thought the game was going to be at. There's no doubt in my mind that this game has passed 1 million sales overall at this point, but here's the reason why they're not announcing it, is because they decided to go the marketing route of million players, played. That's what they decided to do. They decided to say, you know what? Let me go with players engaged instead of units sold so that it looks like a bigger number. Now they can't announce 1 million units sold, because if they did, people are going to realize that the grift, right? They're going to realize the lie that's being told. They're going to realize, oh, wow, you guys really were lying about this shit. Most of the sales or most of the people playing are on Ubisoft Plus. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. They don't want to admit that. So you're never going to see a post about 1 million units sold from Assassin's Creed Shadows. I highly doubt it. If you did, it's going to be very obvious that they were lying to people and making it seem like they were bigger than they actually were. But if you look here on the Schedule 1 post, again, 414,000, all-time concurrent peak, versus a staggering 64,825 all-time peak 9 days ago. Now look at these numbers here. This Twitch stat number is insane to me. It goes to show that there is a lot of interest in Schedule 1, and it continues to rise. Every day, the all-time peak goes higher and higher and higher for Schedule 1. People are checking in nonstop to see how this game is doing, what it's doing. People are very interested, right? 219,468 people are watching right now. That's pretty close to the all-time peak, which matches with, the 24-hour peak, which matches the all-time peak of 223,579 18 minutes ago. This game is cooking, no pun intended, and it's doing well and continuing to do well. Now, the beautiful thing is that it's going to continue to receive key patches. It says Schedule 1's 5th key patches here, and it adds a few key improvements and addresses some outstanding bugs. Despite it being a little bit of a work in progress in some ways, Schedule 1 is one of the most popular games in the world right now. And it goes to show, if you are successful, genuinely successful, I'm not talking about fake success. If you are genuinely successful, you are going to advertise your video games with units sold and not anything else, right? Unless you are a free-to-play game. And I try to make this distinction because I want people to understand that free-to-play games, the only metric they have is players engaged, right? There is no price of entry, so you can't talk about units sold because you didn't sell anything, right? Free-to-play is free-to-play. Where if you have a AAA game or a AA game or even an indie game that has a price entry, then you need to start talking about units sold to showcase whether or not you could or could not be considered a success, right? I think that's pretty fair and pretty obvious at this point. The game is listed at $14.99. It had an all-time lowest price of $16.99. This game is destroying it. If you were to take $19.99 and times that by about 2 million copies sold, that's about almost $40 million fucking dollars, my guy. $40 million. Now, obviously, Steam gets a 30% cut of all of that, but still, $40 million estimated for a indie game. Schedule 1 is absolutely disgusting. What is Assassin's Creed Shadows selling for? Let's see. So their price is $69.99 at an estimated 500,000 copies sold. What does that number come out to? That comes out to $34,995. And keep in mind, this is for a company with over 20 or almost 20,000 employees versus a company that has 1 employee. So Assassin's Creed Shadows has made less money on Steam, only Steam, obviously. Overall, it's probably made more money, of course, when you include consoles and everything like that. But on Steam, Assassin's Creed Shadows, a AAA game, has gotten felted and made less money than an indie game, which is Schedule 1. And not only that, the amount of money that Assassin's Creed Shadows made on Steam has to be split amongst people in the numbers of almost $20,000, obviously. I'm sorry, 20,000 people versus this game where one guy gets pretty much almost everything. It's an absolutely disgusting metric, but it's something that you have to celebrate. This is a major win for indie gaming, and I hope that whoever made this game, right, the publisher TVGS or developer TVGS, whoever made this game, I sincerely hope with the money that you've made, you make the right decisions, the right moves, you hire a couple of people, and you keep working on this game, and you keep improving. And then by the time you make your next game, you're going to have all the money in the world to fund whatever project you have in your mind. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.